Lucius Aurelius Commodus was born in 161 AD. His father was the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, and his mother was Faustina. As the son of an emperor, Commodus had a royal upbringing. He had the best education as a child and was mentored at a young age by his father. At just 5 years old, Commodus was named Caesar of Rome, and when he reached the age of 17, Marcus Aurelius named him Co-Augustus, a sign that Commodus would be his successor. As Commodus was being brought up, it is said that he was not as determined as his father. He lacked the interest in his studies and in government affairs. Despite this behavior, Marcus Aurelius still planned on having his only son, Commodus, succeed him. In 178, Commodus went with his father, Marcus Aurelius, to help with his campaign in the Danubian frontier. During his campaign, he was trained by and fought alongside his father. In 180, Marcus Aurelius died in battle against the Germans. After Aurelius was killed, Commodus succeeded him as emperor. This had been the first father-son succession since Vespasian and Titus in 79. After his father's death, Commodus arranged a peace treaty between Rome and the northern Germanic tribes, who had killed his father. After the treaty, Commodus quickly made his way back to Rome to enjoy the novelties of the Roman kingdom. Soon after his father's death, it was obvious that Commodus would not be as good of a leader as his father had been. The people of Rome were excited to have Commodus as their emperor. They had high expectations for him and expected him to rule as his father had. He claimed during his 12-year reign that it was a new golden age. This, however, was not the case. Commodus did not care much for politics, and instead spent his time with other things. He was instead more proactive in partying and having fun. He was known for his extravagant parties, including over 300 boys and 300 girls in attendance. He did not care much for the empire. During his reign, he gave up all the territories that his father had obtained in war. Though the people of Rome loved Commodus, many senators and people in higher classes hated him. In 192, an assassination attempt was made on Commodus. It was his very own sister, Lucilla, who orchestrated the plan to kill him. She planned for Commodus to be assassinated, so there would be a new emperor. However, this attempt failed, as guards protected Commodus. Towards the end of his rule, it is said that Commodus slipped into insanity. During this time in Commodus's life, he gave away lots of his imperial power to others. As he pursued partying and fighting as a gladiator, it is said that at his point in Commodus's life, that he believed he was the reincarnation of the Greek god Hercules. Commodus became the center of Greek religion, as he built statues of himself that were to be worshipped. Commodus forced the Senate to call him Hercules, and would often walk the streets of Rome wearing a lion skin over his head. Commodus took the role one step further as he participated in gladiator festivals in the amphitheater. In addition to fighting gladiators, Commodus customized his amphitheater in order to battle wild beasts in front of thousands of attendees. In 191 AD, a fire destroyed Rome, and Commodus rebuilt the city, calling it Colonia Commodiana. In celebration of the rebirth of Rome, Commodus's insanity took over, and he decided to fight as a gladiator in front of Rome on New Year's Day. His mistress and Praetorian Guard realized the insane Commodus was going too far, and tried to poison his wine, but the poison only sickened Commodus. After that attempt and the last effort, Commodus's fitness coach choked him to death when he was about to take a bath. During his reign, Commodus did a few things that helped Rome. In the beginning of his reign, he made a peace negotiation with the remaining Danube tribes. This negotiation would help Rome, as it limited the German tribes' capacity for war. Commodus also helped the economy by devaluing the Roman currency. He did this by reducing pure silver content in the coin, for example, from 100% pure silver to 50% silver. He called the age of his reign the Golden Age, but in reality, for Rome, it was far from golden. During this reign, Commodus was incapable of leading Rome. He lacked the basic attitude and determination to achieve anything during his reign. He did not care for political matters, and instead led a life of leisure and pursuing his hobbies. Not only was Commodus unwilling to lead the country, but towards the end of his reign, he was driven by insanity and unable to lead the country.